Good morning, my name is Lindsey Phelps and I'm a hairdresser here in Seattle, and I work at Gary Manuel's salon and work for Aveda on the artistic team for cutting. And one thing that I get quite a bit from my guests is how to style their own hair, but also how to style their daughter's hair. And 3 years ago, we started this event for dads, teaching dads how to do their daughter's hair. But I thought we could actually go through and put that out to everybody. Just a couple quick tutorials on how to get their daughter's hair up quickly in the morning. So I find that, Larue plays a lot of sports, so she really does need her hair up quite a bit. And in general, she's running around. So by the end of the day, it's really knotted if I don't put it up. So I'm going to show you how to do some twists in the front with 2 buns. So we're going to start by adding some water. And I utilize the Tangle Teaser a lot because that helps me get her to brush her hair, but it also gets through the hair pretty magically. So we're going to go through and make sure there's not any knots before we start. And I'm going to start with this twisted front. So all I'm going to do is put a side part in. Go ahead and bend your head down, LaRue. So I'm going to do a side part, and then I'm going to bring this around sort of in a curved section. So this can kind of be however big you want. But one thing I notice is that I like to put her front hairline up a little looser, just so that it's not so tight, especially if she's wearing her hair up quite a bit. So I'm going to comb through this top section here. And just by having water in the hair, it really helps to have control. And I'm just going to twist this pretty loosely. So I'll show the twist one more time. But the most important part is this bobby pin placement. So you're going to take the bobby pin over where the pinch of your fingers is, and then you're going to push it down through towards the front of the hair. That's going to make that hold all day without slipping out. So I'll show that one more time. So here's the second twist. All I'm doing is I take my fingers and I just loosely twist through here. And it's about 3 to 4 times. And all it is it's just loose on her hairline, but you can see how loose this is going to be so it doesn't pull at her hairline. So then I'm going to pinch over the top and I'm going to push that bobby pin in against the scalp. So that's going to be our first step. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to use Aveda Control Force just to bring this through and get that good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the pigtails. So we're going to turn her hair to the back here, and I'm just going to create a center part. So through here, there's going to be a center part that goes down, and I'm just going to bring this all the way down to her hair. So as I do that, we're going to bring this here on this side, and I'm going to lift this up. So at this point, I'm going to add a little bit more water through, and I'm going to just comb kind of in a rotation. So any of these twists, so I'm going to comb that a little bit looser, and I'm just going to bring this around to the right and comb this up. So I think this sometimes can be the hardest part for moms and dads, is just how to put this ponytail in. So I'm using my hand to hold it nice and tight, and I'm going to take an ouchless elastic. So it's going to be one of the bigger ones, and I don't think, in a lot of ways, I want it nice and clean, but I also think that if you obsess about that, then you could be doing this for a while. So comb it, have enough water in there that you can have control, and then just bring this around. And my fingers are nice and close to that part. Now I'm going to turn her, and we're going to do the other side. So just bringing this through this side here. I'm going to use this comb. So I'm going to turn, and she moves a lot in the morning, so there are times that we kind of get into it with one another because she does tend to. So sometimes it's nice if you have them hold a comb. Sometimes they could hold their iPad. And I think the biggest thing is don't pull over like really hard, but make sure that you're getting that in tight. So the gentler you are, the more likely they are to let you do their hair. So then we have these 2 ponytails in, so that's what those are going to look like. And I'm going to look right through here and just spray around her front hairline. So any of those little flyaways coming through. The other thing is I'm just going to check for balance, and so I'll pull that down a little bit if I feel like that's off by any means. So once that's done, I'm going to take and use Aveda Texture Tonic. So this one helps to give it a little bit of grip. You can see how soft her hair is. So I'm just going to use Texture Tonic to lift in through here and just to get a little bit of grip. If she had any kind of curl, this would be a little bit easier, but her hair is pretty straight. So Texture Tonic first, and then a little dry shampoo. So the dry shampoo and the Texture Tonic are pretty easy to get out with water, so it'll be fine for the next day, but they're fairly lightweight. So once that's done, I'm gonna take and use an elastic, so just an ouchless elastic, and I'm gonna go around this and do twice. So actually I'm gonna turn LaRue so you can see that. So here's this part here. I'm gonna take this bun here and I'm gonna turn it and just twist it around twice. So I want that to be kind of that big, and I'm gonna organize it in just a second. So again, an ouchless elastic, bring it through and just loop it one time. So just bringing that in. So as LaRue turns around, they're a little bit over, so look straight into the camera. Okay, so once that's around through there, then I can go through and lift this part, and then I can place it where I want because I have the texture going in. So this can come in through here. You usually do it with about 2 bobby pins, but I basically place it in front. So she's gonna turn this way so you can see this one. And the bobby pins hold it in place so it doesn't move throughout the day. So this just kind of goes in through here. I can loosen it, but I think that these loose buns are nice and they look fun, but they're not overly complicated. It's just using a bobby pin. That's actually the trick. I think more than anything is getting comfortable with bobby pins. So in through here, I'm just gonna loosen that, get that, make sure that's good. And then, you know, for her, today's St. Patty's Day, so she's gonna wear her headband. But we do headbands and bows. Basically, we have 2 buns, 2 twists. And just as a recap, when you're looking at this type of a style, that you wanna just basically think about, you know, how to loosen up the front hairline and use water to help with this. So thank you so much for looking through, and I hope this helps, but I'll do a couple more styles as well.